And off the blocks we go. We start anew. Lane number 4 is Michael Tullen of Rose Bowl. Lane number 5 is Mark Glass of North Texas Lone Stars, Hook'em Horns. Coming up, heat number 2 of 23. This is event number 27, men's 200-meter individual medley. And Mark Glass in lane number 5 with a 4:05.68 out of North Texas Lone Stars. Hook'em Horns. Go Texas. And steadfast and true, lane number 4, Michael Tulin of Rose Bowl. Hey, there we go. Heat 2. Well, it looks like we're coming to life even more today, ladies and gentlemen. Love the enthusiasm along the way. The last outburst was I'm the slowest guy and I'm loving it. God, that's just beautiful. Heat number 2 in the pool. In lane number 1, it's Raymond Hamilton of Alaska Masters. Lane number 3, I'm sorry, is Ronald Nakata of Oregon. Lane number 4 is Michael Bostrom of Rose Bowl. Lane 5 is William Van Horn of the Olympic Club out of San Francisco. Lane number 5, Eric Anderson of Los Angeles Peninsula. And rounding out the field in lane number 7, it's Bob Best of San Diego Swim. Coming up, heat number 3 of 23. This is event number 27, the men's 200-meter individual medley. Also wanted to mention the Partner Village is open for business, and they'd love to help you out. They've got all sorts of equipment and nutrients and services. There's the race club, and we've got Tier and Fenice. We've got the swim guy over there. We've got our signature vendor who has the Meet Memento stuff, the apparel. So feel free to stop by and check out Green Layer, and they'll definitely suit you up with t-shirts and sweatshirts. They've got custom iron-ons and the whole 9 yards. Swirl coffee products are there. Golden Road Brewery is there. You know, it is high noon. It is Saturday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, so yeah. Also, the beer garden is opening in about 25 minutes, and the beer garden will be open for business. You can get your ticket from my pal Laura at the Solutions Desk. $5 will get you a ticket, all access. She'll give you a wristband that says Golden Road on it, and off you go. And again, all these vendors that I've just mentioned, along with Zoom and the others, are in the Partner Village, which is just off the entree promenade to the pool. So check them out. And I'm seeing a lot of good photography going on, and it reminds me that Zoom is here to take action shots of you out there, the swimmers. So feel free to hop on over to Zoom Photography in the Partner Village and sign yourself up for your races so that they can take some action shots of you, and you've got some keepsake mementos to tell your family about when you go home. And again, be sure to stop by Green Layer and check out the Meet Memento apparel, sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, custom iron-ons, the whole 9 yards. Also, Toyota. Toyota is one of our new partners, and we're glad that they're here. You can actually see a demo vehicle out front when you walk in at the parking lot, and they've got a booth there with giveaways and swag, and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And that's Toyota, partner of USMS. That's right. That's why we're here, folks. The USMS Swimming 2019 Summer Nationals. As we come into the touch and the win, lane number 6 on the outside, Eric Anderson of LA Peninsula with a 3:34.77 to win his heat. And we move on to heat number 3 in just a bit. Almost a full heat in this heat number 3 going down the lane. In lane number 1, heat number 3, that's Olympic and world champion, multiple world and Olympic champion, Jeff Farrell, 82 years young, out of Santa Barbara Masters. In lane 2, that's Hop Bailey. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Hop is a stuntman at his age of 70 to 72, 70 to 74 men's. In lane 3, James Elder of the Olympic Club. Lane 4, Jeffrey Krieger of Golden Road. Lane 5 is Joe Russell of San Diego.
Because I understood he couldn't hear us either. Yeah. Well, we have speakers underneath.
Sorry about that. No lane 5, no Joe Russell. But we move on to lane 6, Bruce Case unattached. Lane 7 is Robert Jolly. That's a great name. Noosa Masters. And here's a backstory on that one, I can just tell. Lane number 8 is Lawrence Walker of San Diego Swim. Coming up, heat number 4 of 23, heat 4 of 23.
We need to know, that's all. We need to know. That's the only way. Yeah. We have counsel. Yeah.
And we roll into the breaststroke. Coming out of the turn. And lane 4, Jeffrey Krieger just insists on leading the pack, age group 50 to 54, Golden Road. Opening his lead up as he goes into the wall to turn for the freestyle and turn for home. We heard from Hop Bailey, the stuntman out of Arizona. He does stuntman work because it keeps him young, gives him a reason to wake up in the morning in addition to the swimming that he does, which keeps him in good shape and conditioning. So one feeds off the other. It's awesome. With a wide commanding lead coming in lane number 4, Jeffrey Krieger, Golden Road, wins his heat with a time of 3:15.54. His last split, the freestyle, at 50 to 54 was a 43.44, bringing it home. Next up, heat number 4, gentlemen. Here we go into the wall for the touch and the win. 132.17 out of lane number 6. That's Jimmy Harden of San Diego Swim. San Diego Swim really showing strong and bringing it on the heat as they split into the breaststroke and head on out. In fact, we've got two San Diego Swim buddies next door to each other. I've got Jason Parnes in lane 5, and I've got, again, Jimmy Harden in lane number 6, side by side. Kind of like NASCAR racing, going side by side.
Another person giving breaks, and my whole rotation just went completely out the window. Well, that is her position, not your breaks. But David is back, and Bill, we have Bill, and I. Well, Tammy told him completely different. Everything, completely just got blown up, and he's like, whatever. Well, the problem is this way, people don't get breaks. That's the problem.
And for the touch and the win with a 304 flat, it's a San Diego win. Jimmy Harden in lane 6. Coming up, heat number 5. It's heat number 5. Heat number 5 in the pool. Flipping over into the breaststroke leg. And we are a full heat. Lane 1, Ralph Bovard of Minnesota Masters, don't you know? You betcha. Lane 2 is Gerald Burbank of Connecticut Masters. Lane 3 is Ed Reed, Crimson Tide, Roll Tide. Lane 4 is Marco Brenes of El Milenio Swim Team. Lane 5 is Gregory Grupp, Golden Road. Lane 6, Coach Stuart Kahn of Davis. Lane 7 is Brad Harmon, unattached. And lane 8, it's Stuart Spencer, unattached. Coming up, gentlemen, to heat number 6 of 23 heats, event 27, men's 200-meter individual medley. Ladies, you're coming up soon, too, in just a wee while. Sit tight and relax. And your event number 28 will have 17 heats in all for you to swim. Plenty of water real estate for you to rock on with. And winning his heat with a time of 2:44.22 in lane 5, that's Gregory Grupp of Golden Road Aquatics. Golden Road's having a good meet too, I might add. Doing it to it. Nice race, Stuart. Way to go, Stu. Coach Khan, you betcha.
Lane 7, swimmer has been notified. Good job, Stu.
And as they go into the backstroke, heat number 6. And it's another full heat. Outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. We're all in the sandbox together. In lane 1, it's William Reeves of Salt Lake Masters. Lane 2 is Eric Sheets of Swim Kentucky. Lane 3 is Carl Milholland of Wisconsin, don't you know? Bob Couch in lane 4, Sarasota Sharks. Lane 5, Gerald Siermak of Puget Sound. Lane 6, Frank Kennedy of Nova Aquatics. 7, Stan Lamaster of Iowa. And in lane 8, it's Mike Freshley of San Diego, formerly of Rose Bowl. As they roll into the breaststroke with lane number 5 out in front. Lane 5, that's Gerald Siermak of Puget Sound. Again, wanted to mention that the beer garden is close to being open at high noon today with our sponsor, our vendor, Golden Road Brewery. Quite tasty stuff, I want to let you know. Good stuff. And, you know, it is noon on a Saturday, but nonetheless, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So saith the great Jimmy Buffett. You can stop by and get your $5 ticket, pay $5, get your ticket, get your wristband, and head on in and enjoy the libations. While you're touring around the partner village and checking all of our other supplier vendors out there, there's Finis, Tier, Swim Guy. We've got Green Layer, the signature meat supplier with the meat memento stuff, the apparels and iron-ons. We've got Swirl, we've got Toyota, we've got Golden Road, we've got the Race Club, we've got Smarty Pants, and we've got Try Swim with their hair care products, who, by the way, are supplying our showers with conditioner, shampoos, and the like. So feel free to stop by and frequent them, patronize them as they support U.S. Masters swimming. And we come down the lane with lane number 4, eyeballing lane number 3. Can he catch him? I'm not quite sure, don't think so. But then again, lane number 1 on the outside has a different idea about it. That's William Reeves, 65-69 age group on the outside. Smoker gets it with a 3:00.42. Last split, a 41.84 out of the freestyle. Salt Lake on to heat number 7. 2:59.01 was the national and world record, and William Reeves just eked past it with his time of a 3:00.42 by hundredths of a second. Heat number 7, well, what do you know? We've got a good lineup here, another full plate. Everybody's coming to play in the sandbox, or I should say the swimming pool. In lane number 1, heat number 7, it's Rick Ravel of Team Texas. Lane 2 is Mauro Brodowski of West Hollywood. Lane 3 is Bill Behun of San Diego. Lane 4 is Jeff Condon of Southern Cal. Lane 5 is Juan Garcia of Casablanca. Lane 6, Richard Burns of Tamalpais. Lane 7 is Mike Gibson of Mission Viejo. And next door, his teammate, Mission Viejo's Robert Mitchell in lane 8. Again, take a look at Richard Burns, lane 6, multiple world record holder and Hall of Famer, 75-79 age group Tamalpais. The national record and the world record in this age group is a 2:59.01. His seat time's a 3:02.0, 3:02 flat. And Richard Burns in 6, right next door to Mike Gibson. Stroke for stroke, Mike is 55-59, Rich is 75-79. A mere 20 years difference, but who's counting? Folks, it's a good thing. Could I see Brad Harmon unattached to the admin tent? Brad Harmon, please report right away to the admin tent. Want to see my buddy Alina? It's a good thing, she says. It is a good thing, promise? Oh, that's a beautiful thing. I love happy endings. Oh, Brad, you're going to want to hear this story. And we motor on out there, outside, lane number 7, but lane number 2. Lane number 2 and lane number 7, they don't see each other, but they're kind of keeping pace as they go into the wall. And then Richard Burns, world record, maybe national record, I'm not sure. Mike Gibson from Mission Viejo wins it with a 2:55.62 in lane number 7. Followed on the other side by Mr. Bardowski of H2O. We begin another heat, heat number 8 in the pool. Well, calling him out, ladies and gentlemen, in the previous heat. In lane number 6, Tamalpais, 75-79 age group, Richard Burns for his 200-meter individual medley. A brand new national and world record of 2:57.66, Mr. Richard Burns, beating the previous mark by a solid 2 seconds. Now he's a happy camper. Now the man's a happy camper. The world and the national was a 2:59.01 as heat number 8 goes into the wall and flips into the breaststroke. And heat number 8, man, I sure do love full heats. Look at these guys. Lane 1, Derek Blackway of Rose Bowl. Lane 2, my buddy Jim Clemens, Sawtooth Masters. Lane 3, Brian Spangler, Wildcat alumni. Lane 4, Michael Gibbon of San Diego Swim next door, his teammate. In lane number 5, Hashim Al-Mashat, also of San Diego Swim. Lane 6 is Sean Solberg of Richmond Plunge. Lane 7 is Jimmy Song, Marsh's Enthusiastic Masters, a.k.a. Memo. In lane number 8, it's Dan Jensen of Golden Road. Neat little story about Richmond Plunge up in Northern California. Richmond, I don't know if you know, is a pretty tough neighborhood. And swimming is doing its part in transforming that community and showing the kids and the youth of Richmond that they don't have to go down the road of gang banging and drugs and all that kind of, there is another way. And with the Keller Cove open water swim and other programs, they are literally transforming that community. And that, you know, folks, that's just golden. You can't make that stuff up. So go Richmond Plunge. How do I know that? I'm the announcer for the Keller Cove Open Water in September. All right. I cop to it. Guilty. Guilty as charged. And winning the heat in outside smoker, Derek Blackway of Rose Bowl with a 2:49.01. Next up, Heat 9. And winning heat number 1, 2:42.01 out of lane number 3, Takeshi Maeda-san out of Rice University. Takeshi-san, onegai shimasu. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. This is heat number 10. The national record's at 249.38 for this heat. And I've got 4 250s across the board. Wow, this is going to be good. Lane number 1 is Jeff Irwin of Sawtooth. Lane 2 is Michael Slowey of Palmetto. Lane 3, Stephen Heck of Ventura. Lane 4 is Drew Skelly of Golden Road. Lane 5 is Jorge Campos El Milenio. Lane 6, Kevin Watterson of Davis. Lane 8 is Cork Haberak of Swim Kentucky.
I've got a pop right here. Thank you there.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I've got across the board in lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6, 250s compared to the national record of 249.38. And oh, hey, the world record's a 245.6 if you're really ambitious and driven. You know. I don't know, yeah. In Ventura County, I've got Stephen Heck, 70 years young, 70 to 74 age group. And let's just say the rest of the field is younger than he is. So he's showing up strong. He's bringing his A game. And again, lane 3, Stephen Heck, 70-74, Ventura County, 250.5. The world record for this gentleman in his category is a 249.38. Lane number 1 on the outside, that's Jeff Irwin, Sawtooth Masters, cruising into the wall for a winning time of 2:35.31. Last split, 34-32 out of the freestyle. Let's check out lane number 3. Stephen Heck, talk to me, Goose. Stephen Heck, ooh, oh, almost. Just above the 249 with his 252.31. Heat 11. There you go. Heat number 11. So love full heats. Beautiful thing. All in, baby. Lane number 1, it's Toby Weissert, Nova Aquatics. Lane 2 is Jin Yamamoto, Puget Sound. Lane 3 is Jesus Witten, unattached. Lane 4, Brian Bergford, Colorado. Lane 5 is Jeffrey Strahota, UMAC. Lane 6 is Eric Hatch of Sierra. Lane 7 is Ronald Marks of Swim Fort Lauderdale. And lane 8, it's Carl Edgerton, off-piste of Colorado. These guys have got a stroke that looks so beautiful. They look like they're out for a Sunday swim. The difference is that they're actually fast. There's the kicker as they go into the breaststroke. Split 1:15.71 out of UMAC's Jeff Strahota.
She's down there by
We're in heat number 11 as we're coming into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look-see. Coming up, heat number 12 of 23 heats. Heat event 27, the men's 200-meter individual medley. Winner, winner, chicken dinner in lane number 5. It is Jeff Strahota, UMAC, 239.44. You know, here having some fun in the sun. Heat number 12, event number 27, the men's 200-meter individual medley, heat 12 in the water. We got another good one here in lane number 1, and we're all in on this one too. Love it. Lane number 1 is Dave Dole of Texas Ford. Lane 2 is Jamie Louie of Colorado. Lane 3 is Ed Pereira of Mountain View. Lane 4 is Scott Shake of Arizona. Lane 5, Matt Reason, Golden Road. Lane 6 is Robert Wilson of New Mexico. Lane 7 is Scott Balcoa of Nova Aquatics. And rounding out the field in lane number 8, that's Hubie Kearns, stuntman to the stars, by the way. Hubie Kearns at 70 years young, 70 to 74 age group, Ventura County. In his age group, the national record's a 2:49.38. His seat time is a 2:49.28. Wow. And then the world record's a 2:45.6. Let's see what we can see, folks, as they go into the breaststroke. Relay cards. I need to hear from North Texas Lone Stars, Hook 'em Horns, Swim Long Beach, where are you? Tamalpais, you just stopped by. Come on back and get some. Got your relay cards. I've got West Hollywood. I'm waiting on Wind and Sea, and to name a few. To name but a few, folks. Come on down. I've got your relay cards, and we are coming up on relays in just a wee while, so. We've turned to the freestyle. We're headed for home. Taking a look at lane number 8 on the outside, Hubie Kearns, who's holding his own quite well, actually. He's actually in second, maybe moving to third or fourth or fifth. But nonetheless, that's a great swim. Hubie Kearns touching for the win, 2:43.39 with a last split of 35.69 out of Arizona. Scott Shake, lane 4. Hubie, 5th place, 2:47.63. That is a new national record out of lane number 8, Hubie Kearns, 70-74, Ventura County, 2:47.63, just above the world record of 2:45.6. Stuntman. And as we roll into the breaststroke, this is heat number 13, lucky 13 of 23 heats, event number 27, the men's 200-meter individual medley. In lane number 1, it's Ivalo Babalev. There we go. That's a tongue twister. Novaquatics. In lane number 2, it's Juan Pablo Palabrica. A little bit different. USF Masters. Lane 3, Andrew Coons of Reston out of Virginia. Lane 4, Eric Jacquin of Swimport Lauderdale. Lane 5 is Jesse Godado of Triton. Lane 6 is Greg Sanchez of North Carolina. Lane 7 is James Hochstrasser of Golden Road. And in lane 8, it's Phil Wenzel of Swimport Lauderdale. Coming up, heat number 14 of 23. Wanted to mention, too, we've got massage therapists all day, every day for this meet. They're in the diving well area in the sports medicine corner under the canopy, and they've got lots of massage therapeutic options waiting for you. $15 will get you 10 minutes, $22 will get you 15 minutes, and on and on and on and on. As winner chicken dinner 233.3 USF's Juan Pablo Palabrica winning his heat. Juan Pablo Palabrica. Que musica, que perfecta. And heat 14 goes into the pool. Heat 15, gentlemen, heat 15. Time to ready up, guys. Another full heat, love it. Lane 1 is Michael Gutierrez of Seoul Masters. Lane 2 is David Zubero of Swimport Lauderdale. Lane 3 is Caleb Stupen unattached. Lane 4, Takashi Sujisawa-san, Club Aqua Center. Lane 5 is Andrew Lum of Rose Bowl. Lane 6 is Alex Givami, I should say, unattached. Lane 7 is Drew Glacobi of Long Beach, and lane 8, it's Andy Dyer of Palmetto. That's your heat number 14. Again, we have some distance to go in this meet, and we've got folks here supporting us in the sports medicine corner in the diving well area. Our sports massage therapists, they do cupping, chiropractic, acupuncture, therapeutic massage, sports massage. So if you want to, I would suggest strongly to head on over and check them all out. $15 gets you 10 minutes, $22 gets you 15 minutes. It's well worth it, especially when you've got some aches and pains. You want to do a pre-race, a post-race, both maybe. And speaking of partners, we've got a wonderful partner village over yonder in the Entree Promenade. And we've got a host of vendors and supporters over there, not the least of which Try Swim. We've got Smarty Pants. We've got Tier, Finis. We've got Swim Guy. We've got our signature green layer with Meat Apparel. We've got Swirl Coffee Products and Golden Road Brewery. We've got Toyota. Holy smokes, we've got the Race Club. I think I got them all. So feel free to stop by and patronize our vendor supplier supporters as they do us right here in U.S. Masters Swimming. Also wanted to mention P2 Life, the liquid of life, as with Infinite, sorry about that. P2 Life and Infinite regenerative beverages. Infinite has got coolers all over the pool deck for you to sample. And then P2 Life is also at the right off of the admin tent, and they've got a spin wheel that you could spin for prizes. Hi, relay carts. Happy to see you as we come in for the win in dead center, and that's Andrew Lum of Rose Bowl with a 231.88 winning his heat. Followed next door by Alex Gavami, unattached, 236.55, on to heat number 15. Heat number 15 in the pool. Gentlemen, in heat number 16, you're next. Time to ready up and saddle up. Lane number 1, heat number 15, it's Ethan Becerris unattached. Lane 2, Joshua Shorts of Rose Bowl. Lane 3, Doug Kajiwahara, Southern Cal. Lane 4 is Zachary Windle of Arizona. Lane 5, Kenton Jones of San Diego. Lane 6, Jacob Cook of Golden Road. Lane 7, Philip Daniels, I should say Daniel Phillips, sorry, that's my dyslexia kicking in, of Puget Sound. In lane 8, it's Andrew Barman of Conejo. Again, coming up heat number 16 after this. Drink up, I know. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighbor. Won't you be mine? Truly, truly, ladies and gentlemen, we are a family here at US Masters Swimming and beyond. Winning it on the outside, Smoker Andrew Barman, Conejo Valley, heat 16. Heat 16 in the pool. Heat number 16.
Come on, Alex! Go! Go! Come on, Dad! Read it. Up! 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 Push it, now push it. Up!
In heat number 16, lane 1, Daniel Roa of Mission Viejo. Lane 2 is Brian Gong of Las Vegas. Lane 3 is Doug Kohler of Conejo. Lane 4 is Dan Stevenson of Rose Bowl. Lane 5 is Sam McAdam, hey buddy, out of Davis. Sam and I used to swim together back in the Midwest in age group, senior age group. He of Illinois, me of Wisconsin. In lane number 6, Jaco Navarro. I take it back, not. Lane number 8, Alex Campbell of San Diego Swim. That's your heat number 16. Up next, heat 17 of 23. This is event 27 men's 200-meter individual medley. Sam McAdam out of Davis, one part of the McAdam brothers in attendance here. His brother from North Carolina, I believe, Phil McAdam. And with a touch on the wind, dead on the inside, Dan Stevenson with a nice long stroke Rose Bowl, 2:35.03 on to heat 17.
Oh, God. Terrible.
Full boat, full heat, full plate, hot diggity, boogity boogity. Let's go racing, folks. Heat 17, lane 1, Jordan Hirschberger, San Diego. Lane 2 is Jonathan Pierce of Los Angeles Peninsula. Lane 3 is Jeffrey Blatnick of Nova Aquatics. Lane 4 is Satoru Iwamoto-san out of Davis Aquatics. Lane 5, Ryan Cox of Mission Viejo. Lane 6 is John Rubaki of Sawtooth. Lane 7 is Brendan Herlihy of Mission Viejo. And lane 8, rounding out the field, it's Michael Lucero, Golden Road. Up next, heat number 18, 19, and 20. Gentlemen, you might want to saddle up. You're coming up soon at a pool near you. Lane 5, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Ryan Cox of Mission Viejo, the home team. Here we go. Lane 5 duking it out with lane 6, and that's John Rubaki of Sawtooth as they go for stroke, but Ryan's pulling it out. Yeah, look at this. He's smoking and going there, turning and burning. He was on the 95 Pan American team, the U.S. Pan American team, as he comes in for the touch in the wind. Boom, look at that. 2:25.6. Last split of the freestyle, 32:24 of his IM. Ryan Cox, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Heat 18 up. And as we move successfully with our format of the flyover starts, thank you one and all swimmers. We appreciate you. Again, in review, as a reminder, the flyover start procedure is coming in, hitting the Colorado timing pads like you own it, and sitting tight, standing fast while the heat above you launches and releases, and then you're good to go. So we thank you very much, really making it smooth as a groove this afternoon. Beer garden is open for $5 ticket. Again, beer, one beer, $5. You get a wristband over by the solutions desk. That's my pal Laura. And you can head on in to the partner village off of the Entree Promenade.
I can't see her. So just if she sees a hand,
My buddy Pat Powers really liked that one. We're both from Wisconsin, folks. We just met this morning for the first time in our lives, and we're like, oh my gosh, don't you know? Really? Really? She's from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Go Pack. I'm from Milwaukee. Go Pack. There you go. 49ers, yeah, jury's still out. And winning it with a time of 2:25:03, and that's Joel Rector, UCLA.
Go Nelson!
Heat number 19 in the pool. In lane number 1 of heat number 19, that's Dan Snyder of Georgia Masters. Lane 2 is Sergey Wenzel of Swim Fort Lauderdale. Lane 3, Jeffrey Morris. Unattached, lane 4 is Steve Gunnell of Mission Viejo, his teammate next door. In lane 5, Ryan Turbush, also of Mission. And in lane 7, it's Nelson Hansen of the Hansen brothers. No, I'm kidding. Southern California. And in lane 8, it's Ben Smith, Dakota Masters. For all you boy band fans out there. Yeah, anyway. Hansen. And winning it with a 2:21:63, Mission Viejo's very own Ryan Terbush. Up next, heat number 20.
check back and see who needs it? I hear you, Chuck. Thank you.
Heat number 20 getting their swim groove on in the afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can well imagine, it's kind of toasty out there yonder. So hope you guys are hydrating. Plenty of sunblock and plenty of shade. Thank you very much. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by U.S. Masters and Mission Viejo Nadadores. As we flip into the breaststroke, heat number 19. Heat number 20, lane number 1 is Alex Carpenter of Phoenix Swim. Lane 2 is Tyler Seitz of Palmetto. Lane 3 is Sean Fisher of Rose Bowl. Lane 4, Eric Stimpson of Nickel City Splash out of New York. Lane 5 is Damian Garris of Swim Fort Lauderdale. Lane 6 is Jeff Hoskinson of Nova Aquatics. Lane 7 is John Landreth of Kenyon. I want to say Ohio. I could be wrong, but lane number 4, Eric Stimpson of Nickel. I always want to say Nickelback, but that's the rock group. Nickel City Splash with a 2:17.43 wins this heat. Heat 21. Event 21 in lane 1, it's George Greer of East Bay Bat Rays. Lane 2 is Keith Ryan of Nova Aquatics. Lane 3 is Joseph Anderson of Hopkins Masters. Lane 4 is Keisuke Yagi of Arizona. Lane 5 is Abraham Solano of Swim Kentucky. Lane 6 is Chris Boast of Sonoma Aquatic. Lane 7 is Ignacio Jimenez of Colorado. And in lane 8, it's Scott Frontis of Wind and Sea. As they come hurriedly in with outside smoker, lane number 1. Lane number 2 bringing the heat. Lane number 3 bringing the heat. They're going in. Who's it going to be? Bingo, 2:21.02, followed by a 2:21.03, a 100th difference between 1 and 2. And winning it, Hopkins, Joseph Anderson coming in second, George Greer. Eat Bat, East Bay Bat Race. Heat 22.
It would be the women. Harder to get up and down? No problem.
I have a stand-up workstation at work, so
Oh, that's right. You told me.
I don't practice standing and sitting down anymore.
Good for the legs, but boy, I tell you, I pay later. I pay later.
Other famously observed that getting old business really sucks.
Coming in, lane number 6. Looks like he's going to take it. And he does. Yona Rubin, Swimport Lauderdale. Look at that. Lookity, lookity. 215.8. Up next, the final heat, heat number 23, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's heat 23, ladies and gentlemen.
Disqualification lanes 5 through 8, stroke side.
In lane number 1, it's Sergei Kukuraski, San Diego Swim. I think I butchered that one. Sorry, buddy. In lane number 2 is Danila Novakiev. Unattached, lane 3 is Alexander Bazugli. Freedom Aquatics, lane 4 is Marcus Rogan. Austrian Olympian Marcus Rogan, 2-time silver medal winner out of UCLA. Lane 5 is Eric Materniak of Berkeley, that's New Jersey. Lane 6 is Nolan Rogers of Golden West. And in lane 8, it's Steve West of Nova Aquatics. as they haul you-know-what into the finish. And there's Ukla. That's UCLA's Marcus Rogan, Austrian Olympian, two-time silver medalist. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Nicely done. Marcus, way to go, bud. Woo, a 30.73 last split with a 2:07.84, winning it. Hot dang.